and welcome to Friday Nights with TCF, presented by The Loop Sports. I am Zach Lilia. You can follow me at ZLiliaTCF.
I'm Boomy. You can follow me at BoomyTCF. Make sure you follow the main accounts at typical_Chicago and at The Loop_Sports.
Actually, how about this? Right now, I just saw Mitch just joined. Let's go right into the – we're going to talk about football and everything, but we had our first real question come up in our post about the show tonight. Boomy, can you post it? Can you read it? Can you give it to me, please?
Mitch asked a great question earlier, and he said would the Super Bowl Bears back from 05, 06, would they – if they had Mitchell Trubisky, would they have won that Super Bowl? I think that's a good question, and I think it's a good question. Crazy question to ask.
I mean, you had to say yes, right?
I mean,
do you think that he is that much better than Rex Grossman?
I mean, I think that's an obvious answer. I mean,
and that was,
but at the same time, I mean,
it's also we had some good play. I mean, he had some good weapons.
Right.
But I don't know. That's a tough – I would say yes.
I think it'd be easy to look at it and say yes. I mean, at the same time, though, you still had Peyton Manning on the other side and that insane defense that Indianapolis had that year. So, yeah, it would have absolutely made a big difference, I think. It's fun to play these hypotheticals. So I don't remember the exact score of that game. I think that's what you're looking up right now.
Well, I was just looking up some of the team, the quarterback, Rex Grossman, running backs. What was our running back? Anthony Thomas.
The A-Train.
Marty Booker, Justin Gage, Ahmed Murray, David Terrell, Bobby Wade, Des White, wide receivers.
Yep.
Diamond Clark, John. I mean, I would say yes.
Right.
I would have to say yes.
It's an easy
and
one to say
it's a great question,
It
though.
is. It's
Very
fun to think about. Because that defense was so dominant, they could have just had a little bit of something on offense.
But everyone always say you just can't.
You can't rewrite history.
No, and
like I said,
it would be nice to have a. I don't know. Rex Grossman did what he had to do.
Right. But you also have to remember at the same time, like that Indianapolis defense that year was insane.
And you think about
Dwight Freeney and I think Bob Sanders in his prime that year. I mean, those teams were really, really good in Indy, and not to mention they had Peyton Manning running the show. So yes, it'd be nice and easy to say yeah, but it is a pretty big hypothetical.
My mom is actually this is true. It says Zach with a stocking hat, Chance with a basketball jersey. So we do. I look very like
we're sitting in two different climates.
Yes, you do. You look like you're just like in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
and I'm here.
I wish I was in Los Angeles right now.
Yes, I do too.
I think everybody does. Like, isn't it? Didn't you just say it's supposed to snow this weekend?
It's supposed to snow tonight, actually. So about
terrible.
3 a.m. But again, thank you to Mitch Prentice for the great question. But let's move into football in the now.
My Packers are dead.
My Packers. I like the way you said that.
Well, they're not dead yet, but they're about as close to.
I was saying I should have wore all black. It's a funeral. Let's just say Mike McCarthy's head coaching career in Green Bay is dead.
I think the best way to look at it is, like, obviously I don't think they're going to fire him before the season's over. That's just not the way the Packers tend to do things. But, like, you want to talk about lame duck coaches? Like,
yeah. I mean,
but, like, and this is
some of the decisions last night. I mean, I didn't get to watch the game because of being at school, but I heard that he made some dumb choices. I heard that Aaron Rodgers did make maybe a bad throw or two, but he didn't get put in a very good spot, and in a way, he's not being put in a good spot with the moves that the Packers have already made.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, like, not having Clinton Dix and Ty Montgomery isn't what lost you that game. What loses you that game is the play calling and the fact that the offensive line is in shambles right now. I mean, even David Bakhtiari, who I don't even know if he played. I only got to watch the last couple minutes of the game last night. But Bakhtiari is probably one of our best linemen, and he is continually, in the tent if he's even on the field. So it makes it tough when, you're depending on guys that just you can't keep healthy. It almost feels like The Bears back, was it the Bears that always had all the injuries back when John Fox was around?
Yes.
And now
the last season they had a lot of injuries.
Yeah. So it's starting to feel like is there something with the medical staff? Is there something that we don't know? Because like it does seem that like the way that the Packers have been operating the last couple of years, the offensive line, I mean, you have the one or two best quarterback in the league, and you cannot keep him in a steady pocket.
No,
because he's getting pressure at all times. Like, what do you want the guy to do?
You may not like this comparison, but it is looking like Aaron Rodgers is a little bit worried when he drops back now. He knows that the offensive line, and it kind of goes back. You're gonna hate this, but Jay Cutler, his offensive line was like that. Yeah. I mean, you're taking hits. You're gonna be worried about some of your throws.
Exactly,
and it's coming out.
Not even to mention that, like. You're 100% right. And then thinking about the guys that he's throwing to right now.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the guys, I'm a diehard Packers fan, and I've never heard of some of the guys that he's throwing to. So
we have Josh Joseph saying that how bad of a pickup was Jimmy Graham. What are your thoughts on that?
I've always done the train, and I think most Packers fans would agree that, like, Aaron Rodgers has never had a tight end, but there's a reason Aaron Rodgers has never had a tight end, because he doesn't throw to him. Yeah. Like, yes, Jimmy Graham has been a bust, but look at how many times Jimmy Graham has been targeted. And
why do you think that is?
I don't know. Was it the way he played in college? Was it the way he was developed as a quarterback? Because he didn't throw to tight ends.
Maybe he was just like always grew up not liking.
The Packers haven't had a good tight end since Bubba Franks.
What a great name.
I mean, think about it. Like, that was the last good tight end the Packers had, because Aaron just doesn't throw to tight ends. I don't get it. They've brought in Jared Cook, who's a decent tight end. They brought in Jimmy Graham, who's an above average.
Maybe it's Mike McCarthy.
It could be. But at the same time, like, the tight end, you might as well not even have one out there.
No.
Because he doesn't throw to him.
That's wild. That, like, I never really knew that.
If you think about it, though, it kind of goes in with our discussion about the offensive line. A lot of times they're having to leave the tight end in to block.
Yeah.
Because the other guys are getting killed. You've got to have some added protection in there. And I don't know. It's kind of a shit.
Yeah, right Mitch, I see the Bulls up right now. Took the under
that was
in the game. They scored 67 points in the first quarter. That's not that horrible, I don't think, actually, for what
240?
Yeah, but I mean that's not going to keep up with the Bulls. So
that's okay. Bulls, I also just took a college football game, the first half over at 38. And the first quarterfinal was 3-0. So we're both sitting
a dive into the life of some idiots. Oh, no, we have Tyler here now. We got into a little bit of a fun Packers-Bears conversation, which pretty much just came out to exactly what you just said, is the offensive line, the coach, and me just being annoying.
But, like, and the problem is, and I think Tyler would agree to this, like, I don't know if Packers management has the nuts to fire Mike McCarthy.
No,
he's such a lame duck right now. Like, everyone knows he's the problem. Everyone knows he has to go.
But why would they not get rid of him right now?
I don't know. I don't get it.
What was I saying though? It's not like they have an owner. The council's gonna have to come together and they're gonna have to vote on it.
This is Bears fans thinking they know shit about the Packers. That's not necessarily how it works. They do have a general manager. Like,
I know. I was just wondering. That's what I just thought.
I think it's. And we've talked about this before with Quenneville. Like, eventually, every coach's shelf life is going to run its course.
Well, yeah.
So I think it's time to make the move.
Yeah, it is. And I think it was at the beginning of the season. I think it was. I don't know what he's done what has he really done other than that Super Bowl to make you go, wow?
Well, he's been to like 4 NFC.
I know, but you've had Aaron Rodgers, which you know what I mean. Like,
but yeah,
it always seems like I don't know.
Okay, the only reason people make that comparison is because Tom Brady's around. Like, Manning won 2 Super Bowls. You know, like, it's not the fact.
Curse might do it though. People doesn't seem to play. You feel me?
I don't even know who that is, dude. I didn't even watch the game last night. I'm not even gonna bullshit.
That was a wild. I never even.
I know you tweeted me about it last night, and I didn't even respond to it because I didn't get to watch the game. So.
For a Packers fan, how long do you think McCarthy has been the problem? Last 2-3 years?
This is actually where I differ from a lot of Packers fans, because I've actually supported Mike McCarthy up until I'd probably say about the Lions game this year. I finally sat down and shout out to our guy Troy. He has been on the fire Mike McCarthy train for a couple of years, and I've actually defended Mike McCarthy. I didn't think he was the issue. I always thought that the defense was the problem. I thought that the offensive line was a problem, but like his game calling has just really
the GM of the Packers is what Tyler's calling out right now.
The what?
The GM. Oh, yeah. That's who the Gutenkirst are or whatever.
I don't know. He's got to do something.
Oh, cunt. Never mind. I think I said that way wrong. Yeah, I said that way wrong.
Yeah.
I did that absolutely way as bad as you could say it.
To me, the problem, Mike McCarthy's been the problem since they lost to the Falcons in the NFC Championship game 2 seasons ago.
But let's go into like a little bit more of some fun talk. The first place, Chicago Bears against the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday night. The Rams-Bears game also flexed in 2 weeks.
So it's looking like we're not going to be able to make that game.
No, that's a tough game.
We were really looking. We were going to buy tickets.
Me and your brother are still looking into it, so we'll see.
That's too late for me.
But it'll be fun.
And I'm not going to go sit in that stadium and freeze my nuts off to watch two teams. I like the Rams. I hate the Bears. So, like, I'm not going to go sit out and watch a game I would rather watch on my TV.
Yeah, that's fine. But I'm excited that the Bears are being flexed because that means it's just cool to be in the moment right now with it. I mean, it is what it is. But for now, we're going on a little bit of a run here.
Can I poke the bear for a second?
What?
And not to mean like the bear. Some Bears fans are acting like Brewers fans did this year.
What do you mean?
Okay, so the Bears are having a great season. I'm not taking anything away. I've actually enjoyed watching the Bears, and please jump in the comments here and let's get it going. But I seem to feel that there is more concern with Bears fans and the Packers than there is with their own team. Like the way Brewers fans were so concerned about the Cubs this year, I feel like Bears fans are more concerned about the Packers than they are with their own team being in the lead in the division.
Maybe some other people, but I really just don't. It's nice that they lose because it's meaning that because we're in first place. I mean, we have to think about it as in the division. Nice loss last night. For me, that's what I thought about. I really don't care about it and the fact that it's the Packers. I mean, it's great that they lost and that Aaron Rodgers gets to lose. Cool. But, I mean, I'm not worried about it as much as I'm worried about the game that the Bears are playing.
I agree. You are like that. But I just seem to feel like a lot of social media – I know social media is
But, I mean, you'll have that with anywhere where the team that used to be – I mean, the Packers have been good for the last 5 to 10 years, and it's, like, been away – well, the Bears have been pretty good, but they've always been pretty much better for a longer period of time.
I never really shit on the Bears when the Packers were good because, like, to me, like, it wasn't really a relevant thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Bears were just there, you know? Like, I wasn't concerned that the Bears are down, let's pile on it. And I just feel like and this might be because I'm a Packers fan and I've seen a lot of it, and I obviously live where I do, but, like, it just seems like a lot of stuff I see on Twitter is so much concern. Like, I almost feel like I see more Bears fans tweet about than I see Bears fans tweet about Bears game.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is what it is.
Obviously it's a small sample size, but that was just the comparison that in my head, I mean, I'm like, man, this seems a lot.
And in a way it's different because the Bears have really never had a quarterback like this. And the Packers have had two of the best quarterbacks of all time. And in saying that, now that the Bears have a quarterback that's coming up, that's kind of cool. And in a way,
he is fun to watch, man.
Aaron Rodgers is looking a little bit not as good because of the offensive line in a way, but it's just nice that the Bears. It's crazy that they're the same sentence in a way. Yeah, that like they can talk about like Bears,
that's a whirlwind.
Mitchell Trubisky can go out there on Sunday night and win the game and prove that he is what we think he is. And it's a cool that he has the opportunity at least to do
I think it's something that, and it proves, I mean, what they talk about in a lot of different sports media places is that the NFL is the easiest league to turn things around and go from worst to first. I mean, look at the Bears. They were the laughing stock of the NFC last year. And, I mean, you almost knew every game going in that if you were going to win, you were going to have a dogfight or you were going to get your ass whipped. And now 12 months later, you know, you have an opportunity. You're getting games flexed to the night games. Yeah. You're being on ESPN. Like, that's a hell of a thing. Like, it almost does feel like, and I'm being sympathetic towards Bears fans, like, this is kind of what it's got to feel like for you when the Cubs had 2016, because they went from, you know, middling of the pack, you know, towards the back of the pack.
Straight to the top.
Boom. You know, and we're finally competing for something. That's got to be a cool feeling. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, John.
And in a way, I'm getting less worried about the Thursday game because I know
the Lions on Thanksgiving in Detroit
I understand
is
that,
a different
but
animal. Like that's a
Matt Patricia seems like he is just not a good coach.
Excuse me, he wore gym shorts to practice in the snow yesterday.
But that's where it gets me is he had the practice in the snow, which you have like I think 3 straight games in the dome. Or like
football guy.
I get that, but then he goes to the media and he is just like you're not Bill Belichick, dude.
He thinks he is.
Like,
that's the problem.
And it just seems like he's getting mad at the little things, and they got rid of Golden Tate, and I just think it's falling apart there.
See, I don't think it's that bad. Like it's kind of to me, it's a similar situation, not as bad as what's happening in Oakland though.
Well, no.
He knows he had to get rid of some pieces, and he's trying
to build
Oakland
at least has picks to the future, like first-round picks.
Right.
I mean, they really don't.
I mean, it's not
they're tied to Matthew Stafford.
It's not as serious as it is in Oakland because you're not really going to tear things down. Like Matthew Stafford's still going to be around.
I just think that Golden Tate was one of the worst trades in the NFL this year.
I disagree.
Why would you get rid of your only playmaker? And then their number 2 gets hurt. So now they're number 3, and the last week has gone from a number 3 to the number 1.
You can't predict injury.
I understand that, but why would
it's the same thing that the Packers had with Clinton Dix that he's going to be gone.
What did they get for him?
A 3rd-round pick.
I guess. I don't. I mean, it's just like you had a chance, and then you almost just gave up on the season by doing that because, I mean, now the wide receiving core is just very now it's horrible.
Right,
but.
I mean, that was the first game I'd watched the Lions since the Packers lost to them, and that looked like a different team. Like they literally looked like they transported 52 different guys from the team that played the Packers to that team that played the Bears on Sunday. It was unbelievable. It really did. It was bizarre to see.
Yeah, that's true. Let's go into that. So the Cody Parkey misses the 4 field goals. He 4 of them off the upright, which is unreal.
Yeah,
like that's just
he should have at least.
I don't know how that even happened. I don't know. Hopefully, it never happens again. But then he goes to Soldier Field. They have choppers flying over Soldier Field, watching him kick, which is
was too much. Who gives a shit?
I don't really care that much. I'm happy he's there because I don't get why you wouldn't have. I mean, I don't know why it took so much to get him there either. Like, why is just do it? You. And then he goes out there after. I get it. Like, football is football. But then he's out there like, this is all a plan. This is this and that. Like, let's say, if Robbie Gould would have missed 4 kicks like that, he would have been livid.
Yeah.
Like, if Vinatieri misses 4 field goals, he's livid. That guy seemed as calm and cool. I mean,
PFTs.
I guess if you want that, like let's say if he was a Vinatieri and he missed 4 field goals and he did what he did, then that's fine almost. But you are not that good. Like, dude, I know you get paid like he is.
Like that's just his personality.
And like, it's just tough. Yeah, like just it almost seemed like he had no remorse.
You're thinking too much into it. Like, but did you hear what PFT
I'm thinking
said?
Like you're thinking like not a guy who just saw it happen though. And like we have to worry. But now we have to worry about I'm not even caring about the upright. I'm worried about when we have a 45-yarder against the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday night, and I have to worry about my kicker who has been like below average all season.
Yeah. And
we should have had Robbie Gould, who I don't know what it was, 60-something.
Yeah, but you got to move on because, like, Robbie Gould's gone and he ain't never coming back.
I understand that, but you can still get mad about it. I'm going to get mad about it.
Yeah, but it's been, like 3 years now?
Yeah, but we just got rid of him. That's the thing. That made no sense.
Yeah, I mean, but it could also, in the same
But the thing is, it sucks.
Advocate here, though, it could just as easily, you could get rid of Parkey and then he lands with someone and does the same shit. So
that's unlikely, but
I'm just saying.
It sucks. The reason we can't get rid of him, though, is because we paid him $5 million this year. That's the reason.
Yeah,
that's probably the reason you get the most mad about it.
Yeah,
and he's guaranteed $9 million over the contract.
That's tough
for a kicker who hit 4 uprights. Or the same upright 4 times.
If
Are you serious?
I would have came out and said that, like, I developed some sort of weird science that, like, if I hit this spot in the upright, it would fall through. Because at least then you'd be like, oh, wow, like, maybe he was, like, at least seem like you're doing something on purpose.
It was unbelievable.
What are the odds of hitting the upright 4 times in one game? You never see it.
But it's also going to be – it's just going to be a fun game to watch. for us. I mean, it would be also fun for you to watch because it's gonna be an entertaining game. Hopefully,
I mean, in all honesty, a tie would be the best thing as a Packers fan.
Yeah, $9 million is a fat stack for a kicker. That's insane.
That is silly for a guy who's. I could understand $9 million if you were giving it to Vinatieri or Janikowski, but Cody Parkey.
It's unbelievable.
Cody Parkey, $9 million. What the hell I don't get that at all.
I don't know why you would have to give him that much money.
Right.
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
What's his? I'm not like. We'll look up his stats, I guess. But what has he done in the past that's like that guy worth $9 million right there?
Yeah,
exactly. Like there's kickers out there making like a few mil.
Oh, there's kickers that make under $1 million a year.
Yeah, and he's out here making $5 million a year doing that. And you understand. You wonder why I'm mad. And that's why I'm mad why he has no remorse. Just show me something. I know, but that's just in a way it's funny like that. Like you just. As a fan, you just want to see that, but then you're like, they're human, like they're not all gonna be freaking out about it.
Exactly,
and they're not all that affected by it.
It's a huge one this week for the Bears because this is
it.
I'm not gonna.
This is the biggest game
because I keep saying this over and over. The Bears have yet to beat a team that is over 500.
And now you know what's at stake. If you win the game,
put up or shut up time.
Yeah, you win the game. You have a nice little cushion on the Vikings. You have a very nice cushion on the Packers in a way, you think. And because that tie is going to really come back, I think, to bite him in the butt, especially with
even as a Packers fan, like the odds of the Packers making the playoffs. I think I saw this morning.
They have a pretty nice schedule for the end of the season, though.
Yeah, but it's like 29% because the rest of the division is kind of balling out right now. So you can't put a ton of stock in. Like I've damn near given up on, and I've told you, I've said this on air before. I'm a pretty fair weather fan. There's a good to fair chance I don't watch another Packers game the rest of the year.
That's insane.
I'm not that big, but you know me, man. I'm not that big of a football guy.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather watch like Sunday NBA basketball than NFL football if I had the choice. If my team's not in it, obviously. Do you want to jump in and do a little bit of Blackhawks talk?
Yeah, I really haven't been watching.
Shouldn't take long.
No, they're looking pretty good. They're kind of bouncing back. I mean, they are what they're going to be. They're going to be around a 500 team, I think.
Yep.
Not going to make the playoffs. They might get in there.
The problem is
I just don't see
the toughest division in hockey.
Yeah, that's it. It's not going to be a good division. It's not a good division to be in where you're going to be 500.
Exactly. They're 7-8-4 right now. They're 6th in their division.
They are losing 1-0 to the Kings right now in Chicago.
But they're 12th in the Western Conference. They have 19 points they have 18 points and 8th place has 20. So they're not out of it by any stretch. And I think they're a team that if they can get it figured out and if they can get hot at the right time, that they will be a team that makes a little bit of a playoff.
Okay. I'm sorry I had to go back to this, but it's 3 minutes left in the second quarter, Bulls Bucks. The Bulls have scored 14 points in the quarter and the Bucks have scored 11. So under's back. Let's go.
I'm going to put you on spot math. How many points is that total?
Oh, wait.
This might take a second, folks.
No, it just changed.
What is it?
It's 31 now because 17-14.
No, how many points in the game so far?
Oh, that would be 98 because 57-41 now.
57-41 is 98.
Thank you.
Good job. I'm very proud of you.
That was quick, man. That made me kind of scared. My brain just kind of like
that. There was not a calculator pulled up on that phone because I thought there might have been for a second.
Just big math. I'm a big math guy. Big math guy.
But yeah, the Blackhawks. I think if they can get some things figured out, they're not that many points behind. You have a little hot streak and see what happens.
Before we keep going with the Blackhawks, let's go to our picks.
Oh shoot! What am I doing? Good catch.
Yeah, thank you. That's why I'm here.
I'll start.
I'm here to just navigate the boat here. Go ahead.
Let's see. This is silly. So the Giants win one game in San Francisco against a kid that was like bagging groceries a couple weeks ago, and now they're a favorite. Like I understand the Buccaneers are not very good, but the Buccaneers are getting 3 points. I'm taking the Buccaneers over the Giants all day. Like that's The Giants stink. They win one game and everybody kisses their ass, and all of a sudden they're good. Get out of here with that.
We'll see what happens. But I have Carolina going into Detroit -4.5
on the road.
I think I really like the Panthers right now, and I think, like I said,
I think
Detroit.
This might be more of the fact that you saw Detroit look piss poor last week.
Oh, and they're, like I said, it just seems like a lot's going on right now there, and if they keep practicing in the snow, they're all gonna be sick. So
that's true.
That's not what you want from their team.
That is a valid point.
I'm only here to give out valid points.
They're tough, man. I've got New Orleans. They're a unit right now. They're gonna
math is hard. Sorry, I just kind of said that out loud.
New Orleans is just an absolute steamroller right now. They are just crushing teams, and they're back in the dome this week against the Eagles, who looked like dog shit against the garbage Cowboys last week. So
I think
New Orleans -7 or -8. I'd take it even up to minus. I think they're going to win by 20 plus. I think the Eagles are done. I think you can hang the done chain on them.
Yeah, I think that's been coming for the. Yeah, it's weird, but they've had some injuries and stuff, and
so is everybody.
But this pick is I'm going to let Boomy maybe back in the picks pick. I have the Chargers -7 at home versus Denver. I like it, kind of, but we'll see what happens.
The Chargers are 7-2 and never get talked about. They're 7-2. The Los Angeles Chargers are 7-2.
Phillip Rivers is just a casual guy, but he's not out here to be flashy.
They don't blow anybody out, and I think it's going to be tough for them to beat Denver by more than a touchdown. But you're also kicking my ass, so what the hell do I know? This might be my easiest bet of the week. Vikings +3 in Chicago. The Bears have yet to beat a opponent that is above 500 this year, and it's not going to start on Sunday. I'm tired of bear weather. It's fucking colder in Minnesota than it is in Chicago, so I don't want to hear it.
But bear weather gonna be a big factor Sunday night.
You're an idiot.
Chicago Bears.
You ever been to Minnesota?
Yeah, I have.
It's pretty damn cold there.
Pretty cold. -2.5. Book it. Put all units on it. I'm pretty excited for the game, and I'm going to start talking about it like in a real aspect of it. Yeah. I'm excited for the game. But yeah, I do think the Bears are going to win by at least a touchdown. I'm going to say a touchdown. They're going to buy a touchdown.
Ballsy.
Mitchell Trubisky's going to come out there, and he's going to prove that he is going to be a star in this league.
Well, I hope he does, because now then Bears fans can finally say they've actually beaten somebody, because they haven't done it yet. This one,
thank you.
You haven't beaten anybody yet, so.
But thank you for wanting us to win. That was nice of you.
I've got. I don't.
Is that why you have that purple? I just realized you have the stupid purple my mic cover.
No, it's to match my Lakers jersey.
Oh, I thought you were trying to be.
LeBron. I gotta show the folks my sweet LeBron jersey. Oh.
Yeah, it's not that. It's how much was that? Like
$13.97.
It's an authentic jersey right there.
Straight from China. I gotta remember not to wash it. It's all like creased and everything.
Yeah, it may fall apart in the wash machine.
Remember we were sitting down here on Saturday night and I bought like 4 jerseys from China?
Yes, you did.
That was dumb. Oh, I bought another one the other day. Michael Jordan All-Star jersey from when the game was in Phoenix. It's like teal and stuff.
I had like a Michael Jordan USA jersey.
That's pretty sweet. I'll post pictures on Twitter when I get it. It's supposed to be in I don't know.
2 to 4 months.
Yeah, no, this one was off today, so it'll be in like 2 weeks. This one, I only picked it this way. Oh, no, I took your can.
Yeah, don't take my can, please.
Cooper Kupp is out. The Los Angeles is.
Our lighting is horrible. I just saw that. Sorry.
What's wrong with our lighting?
They can't see any of these, but that's fine.
What's going on?
I don't know if I move this again now.
No, doesn't matter.
Just keep going.
Yeah, whatever. I've got Kansas City +2.5, -2. I don't remember.
+3.5.
Oh, I had +2.5.
Oh well.
My lines
are better.
Cooper Kupp not being out is gonna. I think it's gonna affect the Rams a little bit.
Josh Joseph said that was the worst All-Star jersey.
I beg to differ.
Oh God, that's what he said.
The one in Denver was pretty miserable.
Chargers have many wins as Rivers has children. That's true.
Stats don't lie.
That's his favorite metric of the night.
Who said that one?
Patrick.
That's actually a very valid point.
I took the Rams -3.5. I think they're going to, like I said, getting ready for a game in the high altitude.
But it's not going to be.
I know, but they've been training for it, so they're going to be like super athletes.
You're an idiot.
What?
You're an idiot.
No, they're going to be super athletes, and Todd Gurley's going to run for probably 15 touchdowns. It's going to be nuts. So
it's going to be hard when he's breathing in all that smoke from the fires in.
No, it's not going to affect him because they're going to have super athlete powers. So it's going to be nuts.
You're wrong.
It's going to be a fun game to watch. It's going to be running all over the place. It's going to be
City,
points galore. Take the over.
I do think
that's my real one. Take the over. I don't even know what it is.
No, you don't want to do that. It's the highest over in modern NFL history. It's at
take the over.
5.5.
Take it. I said they're going to score 1 million touchdowns. Give me.
I'll take the under on it at 999,000. 999. You said 1 million. So
you're an idiot.
I'm just repeating what you said.
Yeah, that's not really like. It's not like a real number. Like, you'd be a horrible bookie.
Oh well, obviously.
Oh, let's. You want to talk a little bit about the Bulls?
Bulls stink.
Yeah,
but they just keep fulfilling the prophecy that I have set for them. The fact that they stink, but they're going to get guys back healthy, and they're going to piss me off.
Oh yeah, they're going to
run off like 9 in a row, and then we're going to be stuck in having to draft like
the Super Bowl. No. Jo. Stop it.
You just got your asses handed to you by the Saints while they were on the road because you ain't getting out of the division.
No, take it easy.
Bengals will not play a playoff game this year.
No. And if they do, they'll lose it.
And AJ Green's out, who I just traded for in fantasy.
So, yeah, you traded one guy away who got hurt.
I traded Cooper Kupp. No one cares about my fantasy team, but I traded Cooper Kupp last week, and then he tore ACL. But 2 weeks ago, I traded for AJ Green, and now he's out for 2 weeks. So, little karma.
Yeah, karma. You're like whoever you pick up or get rid of has an injury.
Exactly. That's exactly what's been happening lately. But no, I think the Bulls are. I mean, they're starting. Zach LaVine is the truth, man. You are. I mean, just the truth.
Yeah, I love how he's. Well, I thought it was I think it's like 24 points per game. 24.
I think he still has. And he's the only player in the NBA that scored 20 points in every game this year.
Wendell Carter's looking good.
Remember when we wanted Mo Bamba instead of?
Yes.
Anybody?
Well, what did we say? They had a
7'10" wingspan.
Yeah. So that kind of
got our hands. We really didn't have another choice.
Yeah, he was huge. We just wanted him. But
shout out Jo. He's got a little thing going on. Have you watched any of his videos?
I watched a few of them. Yes.
Yeah, I actually tuned in the other night. Added in some comments. Go check it out. I believe it's VIS. I want to say. I'm sorry. I'm drawing.
Plug it in the comments.
Yeah,
please.
Plug it in the comments, Jo.
So we don't get it wrong.
These guys talk NBA. They know their stuff. Go check them out. We might be trying to set up a little collab at some point. Speaking of that, NBA, Jo, you like the new threads? Cause I know he doesn't.
That would be a cool podcast. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, we should definitely get that. I watched the whole show the other night, and I think it's his brother he runs it with, and they do VSI. So go check them out. I loved listening to him the other night. Like Jo is, and you know Jo, like he's like so passionate about literally everything he does, and that's exactly how he is on the podcast, and it's hilarious. You go check him out. He knows a lot of stuff. So be looking out. VSI.
Escalate.
What's your guess for what VSI stands for? I would love to hear this.
I don't know.
What do you think? Please give me something. VSI. Don't say it, Jo.
I don't know. What is it? I don't want to get it wrong.
Very sexy inmates. I don't know.
Yeah, you tell me. What do you think it is?
I just knew the letters. I thought it was VIS.
You're just trying to make me look like a dummy here.
What do you think it stands for? Don't look in the
comments. Chris O'Brien.
What do you think it means?
I don't know.
VSI.
I don't know. What do you think it means?
Very sexy inmates.
I don't know what it means. I want to know what it means.
Voluptuous, succulent.
Now your head's in the gutter. Now you just it's Friday night.
Ice cream. Voluptuous.
You didn't even had your
I didn't had a drink.
Your drinks tonight.
I probably won't either.
That one night you said you had drinks and you had one drink.
I had two. Before the show. Leave me alone.
Ooh.
But no, go check out Jo stuff. We definitely might be doing something with those guys.
But yeah, the Bulls. It's gonna be an interesting season.
It's gonna be a pain in the ass of a season.
Yeah, but I think
you finally want a team to lose, and then they're gonna come back and win games. They're super annoying. They're so annoying.
They are very annoying, honestly. What do you think?
not necessarily Bulls related. What do you think about the Carmelo stuff going on?
I think it's sad. I think he needs to just retire. He got some deal offer from like Puerto Rican team or something like that.
I didn't see that.
I think it is
valuable sports information. That's what it is. Hey, I do think very sexy inmates might be a better tagline though, Jo. But valuable sports information. Go check out their Facebook page. They go live on Wednesday nights. Go check in on them. Comment in. I definitely hang out in the comment section of VSI's videos. Yeah, I've done it. I did it.
You are a commenter.
VSI commenter.
Yeah. The Bulls though. What do you think of Fred? Oh, but wait. Sorry, I kind of got away from the Carmelo stuff. I think he just needs to retire. He needs to just be done with it. And
you want to know where he's going to go?
Where? The Lakers? But it's the thing. If he's not willing to do it in Houston, why would he be willing to do it in LA? He doesn't want to come off the bench. He wants to be still a starter, and it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And I just think he needs to. If either you got to get like. Either you figure out that that's going to be your spot or retire.
Yeah, I think he's got to accept a role where he's not the dude. I like Pigoy's comments, vicarious sensual interactions.
This is insane.
Those are
this
3
is going
words
right now.
I couldn't spell if he didn't know, if they weren't typed out in front of him.
That's fine by me.
All right, okay, cool. But no.
Those are hard words to spell. Give me a break here. I could probably spell the last word, but the first, maybe the second word.
I'll give you that.
Vicarious could be kind of hard.
Vicarious is a tough one.
Wait, who even needs to spell anymore? Literally, if you spell wrong in a text, it tells you underneath. You click on it, and it tells you. That's insane. That now you look back at all.
Do you understand that if you lived like 50 years ago, like people would think you had a mental.
Well, yeah, but you would. I think a lot of people are that way, though.
Yeah, that's very true.
Like, there's so many people that, I mean, if you think, are probably smart enough to want to spell, but they just don't go through the process of doing it because. Now it's just on your iPad. But it's right there.
LeBron would make him if he ended up in LA. God, Pico said they spelled it off him. I would love to see Melo, accept a role in LA and see what happens. I mean, the dude can still score. Like, he's had his woes as far as offensive production. Like, he had one game he went like 3 for 11 or something. But, like, he's also very capable of dropping 35 on a given night.
Yeah.
You can't say that about every dude in the NBA. Melo does have that possibility. So if he's not going to accept I guess the best word is like a player role, he probably should just ride it out. Because if he thinks he's still a dude, like, he's not an all-star right now.
Oh,
you're a role player.
He's a dude.
Yeah, that's it. I mean – he's not the dude though, like what he was when he was in Denver.
Let's go to another little NBA news. What do you think of the Jimmy Butler trade?
I like it. I think it works out for. I think
it works out for both teams, but
the Timberwolves
I
get
just
see
I see something going bad between
Jimmy Butler.
And you know what? I heard this on the radio the other day, and I this is where I come from it now. With the Bulls, I understood where he got mad with everything. The front office kind of screwed him over, and it was a bad relationship between everybody. But now in Minnesota, I get it. He didn't like Thibodeau, but he was such a baby on the way out about it that, it just even made me, in a more of a just
on the other hand, was he acting that way just to push himself out of town? And I
get it. You don't want to. You want to get traded, but I feel like you could do it. And I can feel like I understand that, but I feel like that even if you're playing a character like that, but that's still in you, and that's you're still. I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way. And I get it. You like Jimmy, but I just think that should show you who Jimmy Butler really is. I mean. That's kind of the stuff that Dwight Howard did to get out of Orlando, and everyone has always made
a drastic comparison, though.
What do you mean? Dwight Howard forced his way out of there, and so Jimmy Butler forced his way out of there. I mean, you can say as much as you want to say. I get it. You didn't like Thibodeau, but that doesn't mean you can just force your way out of there. You're still in a contract. It's like I don't get.
But here's my thing, and we've talked about this with Lev Bell. We've talked about this with Jimmy Butler.
Yes, he's in his prime, and I get it. He wants to play with a good team right now.
That says you have to stay at your job. So
And you can't bring up the Lev Bell because Lev Bell screwed himself.
Well,
Lev Bell is
now he has.
And I think Jimmy Butler has.
I don't think he had. Well, how has he screwed himself? He just got himself traded to the
second or third best team in the East. That's what I'm always going to remember Jimmy Butler by is like forcing his way out.
He's on the third best team in the East.
Oh,
I get shots play for.
I know he doesn't care. Like I understand he doesn't care. I'm just saying that's how I feel about it.
I don't know. Like I think it worked out for both. Wanted out. Now that's two places Jimmy's kind of been a triple B to get out of. So we'll see.
See, you say that, but then you also defend it.
Well, I get it though. Like yes, don't get me wrong. He has.
I get the Chicago part. Like I get like the front office, but I mean he had a lot around him, and you see he leaves. They go in two straight. It just seemed like he was just
but at the same time, he was also in two bad situations. Like we can
agree, the Minnesota was not that bad of a situation. I mean, you got Karl Anthony Towns, you got Andrew Wiggins.
I'm saying from the fact that he was having to play 41 minutes a game.
Well, yeah, I mean,
in garbage time too. Like he did not want to play for Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau is the underlying factor in both of these.
A lot of guys probably don't like their coaches, but they still don't just force their way out of it. Like I mean,
most guys can't. Most guys aren't Jimmy Butler. Most guys aren't top 20 in the NBA. He can. So if you can, screw it. I mean, I don't mind it.
I mean, yeah, that was just ugly.
We just differ in the way we look at that. But like, I think this is going back to J.O.'s. If he would Melo accept a role if LeBron gave it to him, that's a good point. Like if LeBron said, "Hey, I need you to be,"
yeah, but what's it? I get that. Like LeBron's you're not comparing. I'm not comparing the players.
No.
I'm about to say something. Why would he not listen to Chris Paul, but listen to LeBron? They're all friends. Why would that matter? I understand that LeBron is better than Chris Paul, but if LeBron can just do that, why couldn't Chris Paul do that?
But I think it could come down to maybe like the personal relationship, like maybe him and LeBron.
They're all friends.
But they are. But like, how much of that is just social media bullshit?
But how much is LeBron? How much is LeBron Carmelo's like?
But I think LeBron's a hell of a lot more of a leader than Chris Paul is.
I'm just saying.
It's all on like your personality. Like, what kind of leaders do you follow?
I'm not saying. I'm just
saying
maybe
it's just LeBron. It would be a better fit than Chris Paul. Like, obviously, Chris Paul wasn't the only thing that drove Carmelo out of Houston. Like, there was a big.
No, his bad play was the reason.
Bad play and the fact that he started off absolutely terrible. And right now, it's because he's refusing to take a role.
I just don't know how LeBron is like this pill that he's going to take and make him a better basketball player.
No, I
get the taking the spot, but like
I think LeBron can convince him to take a different role.
And at this point,
Paul couldn't do that.
At this point of this season, I don't even know if he's an off the bench player. Like you want him off the bench in a way because he's been playing that bad.
Accept that, then yeah. Like especially like and Pigoy said it here. Chris Paul's a shitty teammate. Look at everything. At all the former NBA players that are coming out. Like I know it's Big Baby, but like he even came out and said, Chris Paul's a shitty teammate. Like it's kind of a common thing now that people have been saying that Chris Paul's a shitty teammate. So. LeBron, there's not a ton of guys that come out and say, yeah, LeBron's a shitty teammate. Like, that just doesn't happen. So maybe it's got to do something with leadership qualities and the personality of the person that's taking the lead. So maybe I'm just saying, maybe LeBron's the guy to get him to take that bench role when no one else can. I don't know. I'm just speaking hypothetically because I honestly, personally, I don't think he's going to LA.
I don't even think it would work if he went to LA. Like, would he go? Who would he come off? Who would come off the bench? Who comes off the bench right now for LA? Like, I don't even know who comes off the bench for him. Whose spot's he going to take?
Well, he would eat up minutes so that LeBron could get.
What I'm trying to say is, I don't know why he's going to go to LA and like he's just going to be like, oh, now I'm re-energized. Like now it's going to be better. Like he still is just not playing at a good level right now. Anyways, it's not even the fact that he doesn't want to take the spot. It's just he can't play any spot because he's just that bad right now.
I mean, yeah, I get, but like maybe it's just a rejuvenation thing that he needs. He needs to get out and.
Houston was that on a way. Like he got out of the situation he was in.
But he was also pretty pigeonholed. Like they had. I mean, I think LA would be a better fit for the fact that there's really no like. Houston is NBA Finals or bust right now, where LA's building something and he can be a part of the rebuild.
I mean, Houston is like what? They're not very good right now.
But I'm saying at the beginning of the year, it was NBA Finals or bust. So they tried to narrow him.
Any team LeBron's on is aspects should be the finals. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
Oh, yeah. Josh Joseph is right. NBA, the greatest soap opera for men. 100%. 100%. Couldn't agree more there. But I don't know. It'll be interesting. If I had to make a bet, I would say Carmelo doesn't play the rest of the year.
And we're not even talking about the KD, Draymond stuff either.
I don't like KD, but I hate Draymond Green. Like, I dislike Kevin Durant. I hate Draymond Green.
I think they're both just being dumb about it. Did
you see that they read KD's lips and he said, "This is why I'm not coming back next year," or something like that?
I mean, I'm very off KD in a way that, like, I hate LeBron, and I just don't get how he doesn't get compared to that. Like, how everyone hated the way LeBron did it, and just because KD went to the Warriors in a, like, more low-key way, he still went there the year after they took him out of the playoffs. They were up 3-1, and, like, he just goes there, and he was won the most casual back-to-back NBA Finals maybe ever.
Yeah, dude, like that. And I actually have said this, like, I actually don't compare what KD did to what LeBron did. LeBron went to a team that was 42 and 40.
I'm talking about the way of criticism.
Right, but, like, and then KD joined a team that won 73 games in the regular season. Like, that, those two things aren't comparable. Like, KD joined something, LeBron built something with his friend.
What I'm saying is LeBron I'm actually being on LeBron's side in this way.
And I'm with you there. Like, and I'm speaking to the same thing.
LeBron got all the criticism, and KD didn't get as much criticism, and I think that's just crazy.
Yeah, I do too. It's because everybody, like, seems to love the Warriors and kiss their asses for some reason.
But they don't do it. But
runs with his mouth guard off. Oh, he's so cute.
But in another way, he's not.
Don't cut that up either.
Like, LeBron was at least beloved in Miami.
Yeah.
KD is not beloved in Golden State.
You know,
like, at least for at some point, everyone in Miami, as much as they were fans, maybe not fans, they loved LeBron.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there was nobody that was
fans, but they loved him.
There was nobody there's not a lot of people that are big KD fans or more Steph Curry fans or
100%.
Klay Thompson fans almost, but
Steve Kerr fans.
Yeah, Steve Kerr.
Shoot. All right. Do we want to TCF top 5 to wrap things up? What time is it anyway?
We got about 10 minutes left.
All right. We've talked about a lot tonight. We got deep into the NBA and NFL rabbit hole.
Yeah, I think that's better. That's
guy Bug saying Melo to Portland. Yeah, good one, buddy.
Yeah, that's
because me and him talk all the time about a professional team, a professional baseball team going to Portland. I'm like, you barely have a professional NBA team because no one gives a shit about the Trailblazers.
Yeah. I don't know. Does Myers Leonard still play for them?
Yeah, I think he comes off the bench. I follow
Robinson High School. We got to see him in the state finals.
Didn't we get all kinds of hammered that night?
Yeah,
I think we ordered 160 chicken nuggets that night.
Yeah, that was like when Burger King had that big deal.
Yeah, $1 for 10 chicken nuggets, and I think I ordered 160 of them.
But he did a half quarter or like a full quarter or something like that. He just chucked up there. He's like, and it was 2A because that's when it was. Yeah, there was 4 classes then, so he was 2A. So he was
now,
a 7-footer in 2A.
I remember that, and I actually drove to his hometown. I was working my summer job, taking cars. I went to pick up one in Robinson, and it is like smaller than Mendota.
Really,
it's pretty tiny. Yeah,
just got lucky that there's a 7-footer.
Yeah, exactly. There's no sign outside like home to Myers Leonard.
I say the same thing about Eureka.
Yeah.
2-time World Series MVP Ben Zobrist lives from here. Yeah.
I triggered
be nice.
He said, dude, the Blazers sell out the Moda Center.
They probably do because no one else there's no other sports around. Like, what are you?
Oh, what? You got all the fans from the Portland Timbers game to come on over to the stadium?
A lot going on in Portland, sports-wise.
Smoking weed and drinking heavy beers, and then you go in and watch the Trailblazers after the Sounders. No, not the Sounders. Seattle.
One of those two
Timbers.
The heavy beer. I'm not a big fan of heavy beer.
I got to give Buck a shot. We're gonna bring him on the podcast here soon. So
we got to. Let's go right into it. The top 5. What would you want to do?
So we're gonna do TCF top 5, and tonight we have fast food restaurants.
Do you want to do the rock paper scissors?
Rock, paper, scissors. Yes. You just keep going scissors. Like
I was just like, I'm like, somebody's gonna win this battle of the scissors, and it's gonna be me.
There's a reason they're called the Blazers. They're Zach's favorite basketball team.
That's actually a really good one. Good job.
There's Sean Latham.
Yeah,
the big homie said, were to play in the NBA, I'd play for the Portland Trail Blazers.
Okay. Yes, that's all. That's hilarious. My number one, it's going to be – this is fast food, so this is going to get grimy.
Food. So, like, Chipotle, it has to have a legitimate drive-through.
I would say it's the king. McDonald's is king. McDonald's is king.
Basic-ass pick.
Well, if you're gonna go fast food, it's gonna get grimy. If you no ways about it. And like I say, I work out. We're working outside. I go to the McDonald's a lot, a little fast food.
Yeah.
And so I'm a big fan of them. I feel like they've got something for everybody.
Or to add on to the Trail Blazers.
Well, yeah, they also have munchies
for the Denver Nuggets.
Oh, man, you should be a comedian.
I should. I really should. Shut up, Buck. Chick-fil-A sucks. I just say that because every time we go to Rockford, he has to go to Chick-fil-A. I think Chick-fil-A is so overrated.
I like Chick-fil-A, but the not being open on Sunday really makes
And they really don't like gay people either. That's not very cool.
Okay, let's move on. Is that known?
Yeah, dude. They like.
Okay,
you never read that?
No, let's move on.
They support
Let's just move on.
I don't know. You look it up. They don't like gay people.
Okay, move on.
All right. You don't want to talk politics here?
No, not at all. I don't like politics. Politics make me anxious.
Taco Bell, number one, easy pick.
You got mad at my McDonald's pick. We're going grimy. We're going grimy.
Dude, Taco Bell is the GOAT when it comes to fast food, without a doubt.
Oh no, you're up.
No, I get number two. Oh boy.
It's getting hard to name 10.
I know. We might have to open things up a little bit.
Yeah.
Wendy's. Duh. Wendy's, so good. That is fresh meat.
Yeah.
Never frozen. Get a little frosty for 99 cents.
I don't know if you're going to like my number.
Probably not, because I'm going to take number 3, and I can't wait. Or my number 3, because I don't think you're going to take
my number 2 may be a little controversial. Jimmy John's.
I'll give you that.
Because the one in Peru has a drive-through. So that's technically fast food.
I'll give you that.
No one's going to like it. I feel like I'm going to be a lot of slack for it. They're going to say, not a fast food.
Why would you get a fast food when you can just get it delivered? Freaky fast.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. But
so that was your second?
Culver's, number 3.
Oh.
That can almost be my number 2. That should almost be number 1.
Culver's is extremely expensive.
I know, but it's.
I got a burger.
It's pretty good.
And some cheese curds and a drink, and it was like $11.50.
Bulls have 69 points, just so everyone knows.
My number 3, since you're going to leave it out there, I'll go, which is better than McDonald's, both of my 2, Burger King and Wendy's.
Oh, my gosh. I will give you that. I will leave it right here, and you can have it.
Burger King is way better than McDonald's.
That's a clown statement.
No, it's not. Way better. Flame broiled, sir. Flame broiled.
It looks awesome on the commercial.
Literal
the
flames.
Commercials look awesome.
Literal flames. What do you use? Like a space heater? Is that how they're making burgers at McDonald's? A hair dryer?
That's how we're going off. They're flames.
Buck, we talked about Chipotle. We can't consider Chipotle a fast food because they don't have enough drive-throughs. Some places do, but the vast majority do not.
Chipotle has fast food.
The one in Peru, like if you ordered on the app, you can drive up to the window.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but we agreed Chipotle was fast food. So Burger King is my 3rd. My 4th, oh boy. This really is showing the people we do not plan these out. Man, that's a tough one. Since I don't think you'll take that, I'll take it at 5. Sorry, I'm talking to myself here. Oh, shoot. Would you count Subway as fast food?
No. I would say no.
I gave you Jimmy John's because one Jimmy John's has a drive-through. The Subway in Oglesby used to have a drive-through.
But Subway is almost like Chipotle. You have to make your sandwich.
Okay.
With Jimmy John's, you don't go through the whole thing of making. You just say what sandwich you want.
But at the same thing, in the same breath.
Because I would say
say what you want, they make it. But you also do that at Subway. You say what you want, and they make it. You don't stand in the conveyor belt. They make it away from you.
I know, but you don't say can I get a I guess you could say it, but they have real. I don't know. Maybe I guess.
Yeah, that's a borderline one.
You can have it if you want. Let's just say you can have it.
Okay, I don't need it. Boy. Do you know what your fourth is going to be?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Portillo's. And I just saw in the comments. I go there a lot now for school too.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
unbelievable.
It doesn't, affect me that much because I don't live near one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It is a very good fast food.
I wouldn't have taken that anyway.
That's fine.
Any other good things in the comments section?
No.
Wait.
Popeyes.
They have a drive-thru. Yeah, Josh, is whatever. I'm not. This is going to be a hot. I literally like one thing from Portillo's, and it's the beef. I've never eaten anything else.
Beef.
Popeyes is pretty fire.
Is Popeyes drive-thru?
Yeah, they do. I enjoy Popeyes, but it gives me some straight diarrhea.
That's good to know.
So do a lot of things on this list. I
think
I might get crucified for this one. Long John Silver's is my fourth. I love Long John Silver's.
Ew.
Yeah, you don't like seafood though. So Long John Silver's without a doubt.
Is that your 5?
No, that's 4.
So
I think
you can do 5
more.
And I have one more too.
What do you know your 5th?
Let me see here. Trying to think of Sonic.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I like Sonic.
That's a good one. That's not a bad choice.
I'm not a fan of like when it's hot. I don't know. The weather has to play a factor too.
I think 95% of the time that I've gone to
Hardee's.
Sonic, I have a funny Hardee's story. Should I tell the people?
No, probably not.
Do you remember this?
Is it gross?
No. I pulled the chair out from under my mom at a Hardee's.
Oh
once.
My gosh, that's
she
hilarious.
Fell on her ass.
That's
so
hilarious.
Bad. My dad about murdered me.
I can see
I about
that.
lost my life at 13 because I pulled the chair out from under my mom.
What happened to the young man? Oh, pulled chair
disappeared
from under. He
mother. Disappeared like the chair did from under Patty. So what did you say was your 5th?
What did I just say?
Solid choice.
Thank you.
Man, I'm in a pit. You took Subway away from me. That kind of killed me. KFC. Can't go wrong with the Colonel.
My mom caught me. I just made up Sonic. I don't really like Sonic.
Oh, so we're pandering now.
Yeah. I do remember I have said lots of not nice things about Sonic.
Huh.
I don't like the experience, and I kind of said it at the end in a nice way.
You don't like the
I don't like having to go up and then they bring out your food and stuff. It's just weird. But I'm gonna keep it.
You're an idiot.
I think it'd be a cool experience for everybody.
Funny story about Sonic.
Popeyes, KFC, no.
You're an idiot. When I lived in Rockford, my wife Jessie locked her keys in the car at Sonic in Rockford for like an hour and a half, and we had to break into her car. The police officer was not nice about it. He was actually very angry with us, and it was like 12 degrees outside.
Yeah, that sounds not
true story. So we will throw that up on Twitter. Make sure you go vote. I think I'm going for 6 in a row.
Yeah, because we didn't put up last week's because he didn't want to lose. He didn't want to lose, so
we're just gonna cut this video so I can punch Zach right in the nose, and there would not be any evidence about it. But we'll put the picks up too. Thank you so much for everyone for commenting in. We really do appreciate it. It really does mean a lot to have your guys' input. So like I said though, go check out VSI. Our buddy J.O.'s little deal he's doing. You can follow me on Twitter at BoomyTCF.
You follow me at ZLilia_TCF.
Follow the main page at typical_Chicago and follow the Loop Sports at the Loop_Sports.
Valuable sports information.
There you go. Go give them a follow and look for a collab coming up. We'll say at some point in the future because there's no timetable on it, but who knows the way our brains work.
Yes. So have a great weekend and go Bears.
Go Vikings. I never thought I'd say that.
No, go Bears.